So it's the middle of March and you haven't seen a Shop My Stash video from me since the start of 2024, which is not exactly how Shop My Stash works on my channel. So I'm here to fix that. I'm here to start it off for 2024 in March. It's fine. Nobody's keeping track, okay? Don't judge me. You're not allowed. So let's get into it. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, or at least I try to. So highly recommend subscribing, turning on the bell so you're notified every time I post. And if you want to show this video some extra love, watch it all the way to the end. It really helps me out. And I'm hoping not to talk about new makeup in this video. That usually means it's not gonna be hot and popping in the algorithm. So yeah, give it an extra thumbs up. It really helps me out. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay, so I'm sitting here. I don't really actually have a new eyeshadow palette to test out, which doesn't always happen. I mean, I have some palettes that I could probably film something with, but I just wasn't in the mood to like swatch a palette and all the things. So I actually went back to a palette that I didn't love as much as I thought I would. I'm wearing the Flying Fiddles palette by Adept. They're actually launching a pre-order for a new palette this week. So I was like, let me, go ahead and try the old palettes that I have from them again. And I just wanted to put this on my eyes. So this is the eye look. I can't stop creating green eyeshadow looks. It's like a curse or something. I don't know. Send any complaints you have about green eyeshadow looks to KarenHarrisMakeup@gmail.com. I'll be happy to respond to you. Anyways, we're talking about Shop My Stash. I just wanted to mention what I had on my eyes because I know you guys are probably curious, but I do have all my Shop My Stash bags here. I keep all of these in my master bathroom vanity and it's a bit of a mess. So I bought everything down because we need to kind of like dig through it. So in this one, I keep all my brushes. This is an old Morphe brush case and I actually really like this because my brushes don't get squished. So I have some of my favorite brushes and I was like, should I wash these? And then I'm like, they're not that dirty, but I probably should. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys what makeup was in here. So let me go ahead and grab it all out. Oh my god, this is such a mess. What else is new? Okay, so I grabbed all the makeup-y items that were in that bag. Now, I had put a few of the Rare Beauty shadow sticks in here. I wanted to try these out because Rare Beauty keeps sending them to me. And I only tried a few of them, if I'm correct, and so far I'm not like blown away by these. Now I always tell you guys that on the weekends I cosplay as a dance mom or just like a mom as some would say, and I'm like wanting to love these because I'm like, how convenient, a shadow stick, maybe like one and done kind of situation. But I don't love the formula of these. They are nice and creamy and they have some really pretty like neutral colors, but I wore this shade right here. As you can see, it's like flattened. What color is this one? It's made in Italy, but I don't know the color. Oh my god, I'm so blind. Oh, this is Integrity. So it's like a really pretty champagne shade right here, but it did not stay on my lid. I don't remember if I used a eyeshadow primer, so I don't know if that's what's gonna make the difference, but I'm kind of bored with them. Like I said, I haven't swapped anything out of my Shop My Stash in the last couple of months, so I'm gonna go ahead and give these a break and we're gonna do something new. Okay, so I also have just 2 eyeliners in here because I love wearing eyeliner. So I have a black eyeliner pencil from Pat McGrath and then a brown from Charlotte Tilbury. I really like both of these. And then my go-to brow product in my Shop My Stash, this is just one that I have, is the Juvia's Place, and it's like so old that all the writing is scratched off. And then I always keep my Sigma eyeshadow primer in the shade Ignite. I wear this pretty much every single time I do an eyeshadow look, unless I'm testing out a new eyeshadow primer, but I love how convenient this is as a stick. And honestly, if I'm in a huge rush, I can even just wear this as a eyeshadow and run out the door. It just evens out my lid color. So those products are staying put. And then I have this little bag where I just keep random little things. So I have my 2 mascaras that I'm using at the moment. The Mega Length by Wet n Wild I always use in my lower lash line, and then I have the Panorama mascara from L'Oreal. I bought one for down here and one for upstairs, so just gonna put that back in. I have some Cinema Secret brush cleaner. I should probably top that up. And then I just have a Sephora sharpener, an eyelash curler, and then I haven't really used this Real Techniques Miracle 2-in-1 Powder Puff too much, but I have 2, and so I'm going to keep one upstairs. And yeah, so that's kind of the stuff in my little extra purse, and I have a little scrunchie in there as well. So those are all the things I keep in this little Rare Beauty bag. And then in my Glamlite Scooby-Doo bag is where I keep all the makeup. And I kind of want to swap a lot of this stuff out because I have been using it for quite some time. Now, I'm not going to swap out the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I want to pan it. And, you know, I've got a little bit left, so I'm going to keep that the same. And honestly, I'm loving this Charlotte Tilbury face palette. This is the Pillow Talk Beautifying Face Palette in the shade Medium Deep. And I don't know how old this is. I can't remember, like, when I bought it. I found it when I was doing my declutters and my collection videos during Vlogmas. And I was like, ooh, I need to dip into that. And for some reason, I love this palette. So I want to keep playing with it. And it's so convenient because it has highlighters and blushes, and most of the shades just go really well with my skin tone and no matter what eye look I have on. So I'm going to keep that. And now I kind of want to keep everything that's in here. I also low-key love this bronzer. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics bronzer in the shade Top Down. Tell me why I didn't think to grab a backup before these all sold out. But now I don't think I can get it anywhere. They have some other colors that you can buy on super discount, but they don't have this shade. So it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to, you know, use this up and then be fine with it. But I love this shade for some reason. It's like the perfect amount of warm, but like not overly harsh looking, and it blends beautifully. So now I'm contemplating if I should also keep this bronzer as part of my Shop My Stash because I think it's so beautiful. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe I'll change my mind once I go through everything. So I wanted a tiny eyeshadow palette to keep in here, and I was using the Natasha Denona Mini Gold. So this is what it looks like. It's a bit of an old palette. I've done a few looks with this just, you know, running out the door. So I wanted to have this with me, and it's nice. And I think this was one of my favorite like mini palettes from Natasha Denona. I don't know if I've changed my mind. I don't know what I'm going to replace it with, but I'm definitely ready to do that. So yeah, it was a nice palette. Happy to have it, but I'm ready for something new. Always have my little mini Sigma switch in here. It's so convenient for dusting your brushes off if you want to use a different color. I think I need to wash this. I recently put my Sigma like brush cleaning mat in the dishwasher and it was fine, and I think I need to do that with my switch too, but that's a problem for another day. Okay, so we have this light glazed skin sheer finishing powder from Melt, and I thought this was nice. Again, I'm just ready for something new. I do think this is quite glowy, so I think I might want something with a little bit more of a natural or matte finish. I just have a beauty blender in here. I like to keep it in the case so it doesn't like gunk up my makeup bags. I really do like this Instabake foundation from Beauty Bakery. I really love the finish of it, and I think it wears really nicely on my skin as well. So I was kind of on a mission to try and use this up a little bit, but there were periods of time in the last few months where I was like really sick, or like my entire family got the flu, and so there were long periods of time where I wasn't really wearing makeup. I'm now finding more time in my schedule to do my makeup more and more, but you know, you can never really anticipate what's coming sometimes. When you have 2 kids, it's a bit of a wild card. And I recently saw a meme and it said like, only one thing can look good, either the kids, myself, or the house. And I like totally relate to that because it just is very time consuming, at least for me. I can only speak for myself. So sometimes putting my makeup on isn't a top priority, but this is lovely. I think I'm ready for a change though, even though it's a really good foundation. Here are some of the things that I was pleasantly surprised by. These are the Auric, what are these called? The Smoke Reflect Cream and Powder Eye Duos. So if you know my channel, you know I love colorful eyeshadow looks, and I don't typically, you know, try stuff like this, but I did get these in PR from Auric, and I just was like, you know, let me put them in my Shop My Stash, let me try it out. And the other day I wore the shade Defiance, yeah, Defiance, and it was gorgeous. So I think I might actually just keep these in my Shop My Stash bag for when I'm in a rush and try to wear them some more. So I have Defiance, and they also sent me Disrupt. So super, super thankful to the brand for sending those my way. I also have the ABH brow powder if I want to be a little extra, so that's always in here as well. It doesn't mean I always use it, but I do have it with me. The Lawless Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask I didn't use as much as I wanted to. I kind of actually forgot that it was in here, so maybe I'll give it another shot and put that back in there. The Huda Beauty Faux Filter Color Corrector in the shade Mango is one that I have two of, one upstairs, one downstairs. This Tarte Maracuja Juicy Shift in the shade Limeade is just like a pretty green lip balm. I haven't really reached for this a ton either, but I want to keep it in my Shop My Stash. And I really like this Naked Concealer from Urban Decay. I believe this is discontinued now, but I wanted to put it in my Shop My Stash so I could try and use it up, and it's really nice and creamy. And then I have the Patrick Ta Brow, what is this called? The brow glue? No, oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. The Major Brow Lamination. So I'm actually wearing this in my brows. I wear this every day. I just have two of them, one in my filming room and one in my makeup bag for my master bathroom. Not my master, like God, but it... My go-to lip product were these Hourglass products. These are so nice. They're called the, I don't even know, but I have Slip and Rouse, and I think I got this in a duo, but these are so good. Again, those like balmy lip products, and I just really like these. So I put them in my Shop My Stash because they're like beautiful, pigmented, and hydrating. It's time to swap them out, so those are definitely gonna go as well. But I would highly recommend, if you're on the hunt for a lip product, the Hourglass ones are lovely. During the Sephora sale, I think a lot of the products I mentioned are available at Sephora, so I'll try and tag them below in case you guys want to check those out. But I'm ready to put some stuff into my bag, and I've been meaning to add this. So I just recently got this Supergroup Protect Tint Daily SPF Tint. So I'm going to throw this into my Shop My Stash. I did actually use this the other day. It's a very light coverage product, but I love that it has a little bit of tint to it and some SPF, which is going to be crucial for me. I'm not very good about SPF, so hoping that this will help me kind of knock out two birds, one stone type situation. And I got it in the shade 34C. This is a new product at Sephora. I've been wanting to add a primer to my Shop My Stash bag. I think I have a backup of the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip, so I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera around. Actually, I'm going to use my iPhone and I'm going to film adding stuff to my Shop My Stash, because I got a lot of feedback where you said you guys wanted to see me actually pick stuff out. So get ready for the view to change. Okay, so this is my powder and primer drawer, and I had just said that I want to grab a primer and I want to grab a powder, so how convenient that it's right here. So I was gonna grab a Milk Makeup Hydro Grip. I think I have a backup that Milk sent me, but I think I'm gonna try and use up some of this Glow Recipe Strawberry BHA pore smoothing primer because I really loved this for a long time. So let's try and use some of this up. And then for powder, what am I in the mood for? I did get rid of a lot of powders during my declutter. I feel like I haven't used this Sigma Soft Focus setting powder in buttermilk in a hot second, so maybe I could throw this into my Shop My Stash because this was like a favorite of mine for so long. I didn't even hardly use powder until I tried this one and it was so good. So let's grab that one and see how it does in the month of March. Okay, so this is my small eyeshadow palette drawer, and I was just saying, like, let me replace the Metropolis. I don't know if there's anything in here necessarily that I want to do that with, or if I want to use something else, but I just wanted to take a peek and see if there was anything in this drawer that I would be interested in kind of giving another chance to. I have not organized this since I filmed my declutter. I think I included everything this time in my eyeshadow palette collection, including small palettes, so this is still kind of a hot mess. I'm trying to think if there's anything in here I want to try out. I just like to have something just as like a backup. Sometimes I'll bring up like other palettes that I'm testing or that are in my monthly rankings, but maybe I'll try this Huda matte palette with the Natasha Denona My Mini Dream palette. Just, I like to have some neutrals on hand because they're just so easy to work with when I'm rushing. So I'll grab those for eyeshadow. And I could combine it with the Auric if I want to. Okay, so I haven't really shown this to you guys yet, but this is my new blush drawer from my pack system. So I really like how everything looks. It's a little bit more organized and I can see everything a little bit better. Of course, still a work in progress, but I just wanted to show it to you guys. I think I'm going to stick with the... Oh my god, it's so tempting though. When I see everything, I get all excited. Should I grab something or should I wait? I think I'm gonna wait. You know, I'm so happy with the Charlotte Tilbury palette that I don't feel like I need to grab any blush right now. Okay, so here is my highlight drawer. There are some highlighters in the Charlotte Tilbury palette, but I'm just looking to see if there's any highlighters that I'm like, ooh, must have, you know, or like, oh, I haven't tried that in a while. I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job of reaching for everything in here, because when I'm working on a video, I'm like, oh, let me use, you know, that brand's product that I have or something like that. So I think I'm just going to stick to the Charlotte Tilbury. I'm so happy with it. So this is by no means like all of my lip product, but I'm still trying to figure out how I want to organize my lip products. I haven't quite figured it out yet. These are like my bullet lipsticks, more bullet lipsticks, lip oils, glosses, and then some liquid lipsticks. So I think that I might just grab maybe this like MAC liquid lipstick just to keep in my Shop My Stash, but I have a lot of like glosses and stuff in my purse, so I guess I'll just grab this to have, but I don't really want to add any more lipsticks right now because I have plenty in my purse and stuff. So this is my lip liner and some lipsticks drawer. I just wanted to show it to you guys, but I don't really put lip liners in my Shop My Stash. I just use them when I'm filming, but I don't really think about them when I'm not filming, if I'm being honest. Okay, I need to pick out a new foundation. I guess I have those two that I put in that were skin tints, but I don't know. Is there anything that I'm like dying to put in? Maybe I could do, oh, I should do this one, the Fenty. I haven't used this in a while, the stick foundation that they came out with. So yeah, let me throw this in. I love a good stick foundation. It's so convenient. So I will throw that into my Shop My Stash. Okay, here's another thing I actually needed to bring out is a bronzer because I want to swap out the Jaclyn. I've been working the Jaclyn one really hard. So let's try Charlotte Tilbury. I actually just decluttered her cream bronzer because it felt so, I don't know, it felt so like how do I describe it? Not goopy, but like it wasn't soft and it was driving me bananas because it was so hard to like pick up on a brush and blend. So I'm gonna try the powder version and see if I feel any better about that one. Okay, and then just because everybody loves a good cream blush drawer, here are my cream blushes. They're so stunning. I love them all. I wish I had 80 faces and cheeks so I could wear these constantly. Okay, friends, so I hope you enjoyed seeing me shop around for my Shop My Stash. The bag is nice and full, so I will report back hopefully at the start of April with my thoughts on my Shop My Stash products, how they all worked out. If I'm going to declutter anything, I will let you know, but overall, yes, I was a little quiet on the Shop My Stash front, but I am so excited to be sharing these products with you because I do want to work through my collection and I have a lot of beautiful products. So if I can use them a little bit, then that's great. And then share more thorough thoughts with you guys as time goes on. I think that's also useful. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts, comments, brilliant insights. I'm always happy to hear them. And I will see you in another Shop My Stash video, hopefully next month. So talk to you then. Bye!